Hello, everyone. Welcome to In the Neighborhood with your hosts, Tim Johnson and Stacy Borho. Together, they are finding out what makes the heart of the Heartland beat. They sit down with people in your community that lead organizations, businesses, and government. You'll learn who they are and what they're involved in and why. They are the people in your neighborhood. It's In the Neighborhood with Stacy Borho and Tim Johnson.
Hi everybody, my name's Tim Johnson and this is Stacy Borho.
Hey Tim.
How you doing?
Happy February.
I love February.
Where's your red or pink? We didn't get the
I'm
memo.
only wearing black today.
He didn't
That's
get the
the
memo.
way it is. Welcome to In the Neighborhood. Like I said, I'm Tim and Stacy, and we have Laurie Weaver here today with Impact Central Illinois. Why don't you introduce yourself for us?
Well, I'm Laurie Weaver, and I'm Peoria native, and just recently decided to start something new, working on a new project. We call it Impact Central Illinois, which is a collective giving organization for women. We'll be a 501c3, and our bottom line, our goal is to find 100 women that will each give $1,100 donation per year that they're a member, and we will collectively give one $100,000 grant to a worthy recipient every year.
Wow, it's a pretty cool thing. So it's going to be women from all over the area?
All over Central Illinois, yes.
Awesome. So where'd you get this idea from?
So I spent some time this summer with my sister-in-law's friend, whose name is Rebecca Powers. We call her Reb, and she founded Impact Austin 16 years ago. Found 100 women that would each collectively give about $1,000, and at the end of their first year, they gave away a $100,000 grant. Now, Impact Austin has 400 to 500 women membership, depending on registration that year, but they give away 4 or 5 $100,000 grants in the Austin area. And no doubt Austin is bigger than Peoria, so I'm not even implying that 500 women is my goal, but that's where it's taken them. So as I asked her more about it and learned about it, I started kind of thinking, would this work in Peoria? And I came home and I told my husband, I don't have to find 100 women. I have to find 10 women that can find 10 women, or 20 women that can find 5 women. And as I started to ask around, I thought, I think we could do this. And so that's how it all started. And now we are up to 23 or 24 members. And so 7 of those are our founding board members. And then we've had one gathering in my home just to invite some friends and people that were interested. And we're just going to do that with small gatherings of women in someone's living room until we collect 100 women. So we're on our way.
That's such a fun idea. So when did you collect the first, you said 1,100?
Yeah, well, 1,100, so when do we first collect the first dollars? Well, all of those 23 women, I think it's 24 today, have committed $1,100 each. We have not yet received our 501c3.
Okay.
It's my understanding that it takes a couple months, so the application is in the mail, and it's a waiting game.
Sure.
So we have not, some of those checks I have collected and I'm holding, but some of them, will really push for the membership dues to come in once we become a 501c3.
So what are these grants used for?
So we have 3 focus areas. One is family and social services, health and well-being, and, sorry.
No, it's not a problem.
Totally drawing a blank.
That's okay.
There's 3 focus areas.
Yeah.
Education, health and well-being, and family and social services. And so we'll take applications from all 3 of those categories. And then we will have grant review committees that every member, if they want, once you're a member, you can be as involved or not involved as you want. You can just write the check for $1,100 and not come to any meetings or anything, or you can come to a couple educational events that we'll host each year, and then we'll have one annual meeting where all of those members have an opportunity to vote on the recipient.
That's pretty cool too.
So, yeah. So the ladies that are members will actually vet the applications. We'll train them what to look for and how to interview the applicants and red flags to watch for. So they'll have an opportunity to vet those. And then from each category, one recipient will rise to the top in each category. And then in June of 2020, at our first annual meeting, all 100 women will vote on the recipient.
June of 2020, what's the significance there?
Well, just that we felt like it would take us that long. First, we have to recruit our founding members,
Sure.
so it'll take us some time to do that. Then in the fall, and we're actually, in a lot of ways, we're following in the footsteps of Impact Austin.
Okay.
Because they've been incredibly generous in helping us so that we don't have to create the wheel. So a lot of what we're following is their format. So we'll work on our membership. And then in October, we'll start to meet with grant recipients and take those applications through. I think they can actually fill out applications through like the end of January of 2020. And then from January until about April, our grant review committees will comb through those, go on site visits, really understand what the recipient wants to use the money towards. And then that committee of women will bring hopefully one will rise to the top, and that's who they'll submit for they'll propose to receive the grant.
Super
in
exciting.
June. So just kind of have a calendar that we're trying to follow and stick with. And yeah, it seems like a good plan.
Yeah. What made you, besides the conversation, like you're obviously passionate about this. So where do you think that comes from?
I think it's really exciting. I've had a few people suggest, why do you need 100 women? Because, 50 women, $50,000, that's still a lot of money, and it is. But I feel like 100 women is doable, for one thing. And I feel like $100,000 is it's a transformational gift. It can have a huge impact on an organization. And I've heard it said before that you can have impact in a few different ways. You can have a little impact on a little thing. You can have a little impact on a big thing. You can have a big impact on a little thing, or you can have a big impact on a big thing. And I think $100,000 falls in that last category, and that we have an opportunity to have a big impact on a big thing and make a transformational gift to a not-for-profit in the Peoria area. And I think that's really exciting. And yeah, I also think, that's one piece that I think is exciting. I also think that the aspect of philanthropy and women in philanthropy is more exciting to me than I thought it would be, that component. I don't know about you, but when I thought of philanthropists, I thought of Bill and Melinda Gates.
Sure.
I didn't think of Laurie Weaver as being a philanthropist. But really, by definition, a lot of us are philanthropists because we give to local organizations in our community. We try to help people that need a hand up or need a helping hand. And so I think that I am not in a position where I can write a check for $100,000 every year, but I can take my $1,000 and yours and 99 other women, and collectively we can make a transformational gift. And I say $1,000 because $1,000 of our membership dues or fees goes directly towards the not-for-profit. And then we tacked on extra money so that we can have a website, have a couple events a year. And those events are primarily educational, so that we can, as philanthropists, be informed on the needs and what's going on in our community.
Very cool.
So that's what that other $100 goes towards.
You're a quarter of the way there.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is
So
exciting.
what's the significance of the women being involved in this?
I don't know. I don't know that there's really any significance, except for that's how, that's what Austin did, and it's something I could get my head around. But I also think, and I hope it's okay to say this, I think that we are still in a time where a lot of decisions regarding charitable giving in a family, a lot of those decisions are still being made by the men. by the husband. And I think that this is just an opportunity for a woman to say, I have a real opinion on this, and I've done my homework, and it's exciting to be a part of where that much money will go and who that will serve in our community.
It's it would be a game changer for any of the non-for-profits that are out. Is it specifically non-for-profits?
Yep, it has to be a not-for-profit in the central Illinois area.
That's a significant.
And it has to
gift,
fall
yeah.
in one of those 3 categories.
Awesome.
Well, not only that, though, with women, right, it's changing, right? Women are
yeah.
making more money, so why not go after them and get them into a women's group? And, I mean, there are a lot of directors in 501c3s that are actually women, too. So it's just kind of a cool way for them to come together and be together and just something different.
Yeah.
Sounds powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it definitely has the potential to be. And I don't know about you guys, I'm 58, I'm older than both of you. But at this stage of the game, it's really fun to sit at a table with completely different women than I've ever worked alongside with. We have, even with our number being 23, just a real diverse group already. And it's exciting to branch out and to work alongside these ladies. So I'm pretty excited about, I have new friendships, and it's especially meaningful to develop friendships when you're working towards, when you have a project, a healthy, what's the right word, a project that's going to make a difference in our community, that you're coming together.
A real goal for
Yeah.
a common goal.
Right.
Yeah, it's really cool. So have you volunteered in any other projects in the area?
Yeah, I have. I taught for about 7 years. I taught a cooking class at the Knoxville Alternative School. I actually stepped away from that this year because I was working on Impact Central Illinois, and it started to get time consuming. But I work at the Holt Center a day a week. I do oncology massage there, so I get
guys
to
know
work with
each other
cancer
too?
clients.
From Holt, yeah.
Yeah. So I do that. I'm involved at the Dream Center. I'm on their board, and I'm a huge believer in the things that they're accomplishing down there for
They're amazing.
our
Yeah.
city. It's they fill a real need. What else? Young Life. I've been a Young Life leader for years as my kids went through school.
And you grew up here.
And I grew up here, went to Richwoods. Was a Young Life kid at Richwoods. So,
So if you're recommending somebody to volunteer and get involved with something, what would you recommend?
Impact Central Illinois.
So for people in general,
People in general, other than that, well, the next thing that is near and dear to my heart is the Dream Center. Just for one thing, there's so many different programs going on down there that, depending on what your gifts are or your level of interest, there's something for everyone there. And the other thing is, I just think that they meet a real hands-on need in our community. Whether it's the backpack program, or helping in the shelter, or the clothing store that they have, or helping a young girl pick out a prom dress that she wouldn't otherwise have. It's just a real, they're just doing some amazing things there.
Volunteerism is at the heart of what we do, is trying to get people to volunteer, or at least think about volunteering, and we're trying to introduce them to different groups like your group and get them involved with it. We think that people can definitely change Peoria area
Right.
through volunteerism.
Yep. It's the whole, maybe not collective giving financially like Impact Central Illinois is, but collectively, when we put our minds and hands together, things change. We can make, huge, significant, positive impact.
Those things that are wrong with Peoria, you can complain about them, or you can step up and make a difference, and I think that's what we're really about. So,
Yep.
Awesome.
whether it's time, talent, or treasure.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
can do all 3 or just pick one,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
right?
That's good.
Time, talent, or treasure.
What else should we know about Impact Peoria? Or Impact
Central Illinois.
Yeah, there you go.
He
What else
said
should
it.
you know? We do have a website, so you can go to impactcentralillinois.org. I don't know what else to tell you other than
Who's the person that's donating towards this, or being involved with it?
our
Besides
board.
a woman, what kind of people are volunteering and stepping up to Impact Central Illinois?
Well, primarily, I think just women that want to make a difference, and I think women that I think it's really attractive. I think what Stacy mentioned is accurate. I think that women's roles are changing, and that it's an opportunity for them to actually really be a part of making a decision of where a significant amount of money gets spent, and women that are willing to push up their sleeves and understand how to read a 1099 and understand, what long-term goals of an organization are and is it sustainable, and just ask the tough questions and then be part of making a decision. I think that that's who it appeals to, and it doesn't matter if you have experience in doing any of those things before, because we're brand new and we are all learning together. And I've learned a lot already just in filling out my 1023 form for my 501c3. It was an educational experience for me. So
Been there doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing the same thing. So, yeah. Awesome. Well, we're here with Laurie Weaver, president and founder of Impact Central Illinois. I really appreciate the time, and it really looks like a great organization. Stop back next year and let us know what's going on.
yeah, that'd be great. Thanks for having me.
Sure. Thank you.
So fun.
Hi, Stacy.
Hey, Tim. You just want me to start talking? In the neighborhood.
In the Neighborhood is a show that I do with a good friend of mine.
Okay.
Our goal is to help people that kind of want to volunteer but maybe are a little afraid of volunteering, and give them the opportunity to volunteer in an easy way and get to know the organizations before they even get involved with them.
Time, talent, or treasure?
Time, talent, or treasure.
Or all three. Whatever you can do. In Their Neighborhood is a show where we bring in people to elaborate on what exactly it is that they do in the community so that we can recruit more volunteers for them, educate about the nonprofits that we have, and really we want to connect volunteers with their volunteering vision.
We have amazing organizations in Peoria that rock and make Peoria rock.
That's right. Peoria is an awesome place, and if we just take the time to give back, then it's going to be that much better.
So why do you think people fear getting involved in volunteering?
It's something different. We make things complicated, don't we? Even though it's as simple as walking through a door. I mean, one of my favorite things volunteering-wise is building ramps. Some people might say, oh, that's a lot of work, or I don't have the body for that, or the skill set or whatever. But when someone lets me use a miter saw, that's pretty cool stuff. There's a lot of different cool things to do, and I got to bring my dad along with me, so that was even better. You can take the baby steps. You can make a phone call to something you're passionate about, whether it's babies or adults or reading or shoveling or what have you. I mean, we've had hundreds of opportunities to help. Time, talent, treasure, it can be any of those things too. Maybe you don't have time or you don't feel like spending time, so you want to donate. By all means, make that impact too. There's also reading. You can just listen to a child read. Listen to a friend read. Be present at a retirement home or make a meal at the Friendship House. There's a lot of different things we can do.
A victim is thinking of themselves, a hero is thinking of others.
There you go.
So again, investing in others.
Being a volunteer hero. There you go.
We're looking for volunteer heroes.
Peoria Life